Have you roofied my drink? How can you promise that I'm going to fall asleep if you roofied it? A little bit of Rohypnol.
Before I came back, you were already laying yourself out.
What I'm saying is, are you actually thinking that you want to watch more after this?
What I'm saying is, let's watch this episode, and then, if I'm feeling good, and you're still awake, crack on.
See the dedication.
We're committed.
I mean, look,
Plus,
I'm dedicated to the rum and coke life, and we've got Mr. PG Tips here, dropping midway through a session to like go for a, he's going
but
for
look
the
at
stims.
this.
He's going.
Indiana Jones would.
Hey there, true believers.
What? By the way, I've got to ask. After 5 episodes already, why are you saying true believers?
Because
why are you saying that?
Fucking hell, you two.
Surely you should be saying something like, "Hello, Hell's Kitchen."
No,
Right,
or
so-
hello Devils.
So, Daredevil was a character from which major comic book studio?
Marvel.
Right. So, who was famously one of the big heads of Marvel?
Kevin Feige.
Well, let's go to the comic book, shall we?
No, don't know.
Netflix.
Don't know. You don't know one of the most famous...
Stan Lee.
And Stan Lee always would introduce shows and other things as True Believers.
Hey, true believers. Welcome, true believers. Trust me, true believer.
So, the Marvel
Didn't know that bit.
The Marvel fandom,
Yeah, you did.
as a whole, are true believers. Peace.
I
It's
think
true
we should
believers.
be saying "Hello, New Yorkers."
No. God, no. That is
Why?
bull crap.
We're in Hell's Kitchen.
No,
Hello.
it's true. Anything Marvel is True Believers because it's an homage to Stan Lee. You fucking ingrates. We are.
I tell you what. No. Please, just start again. Start again.
Hey there, True Believers. We are.
I'd like to point out this is what happens when you put 2 people on rum and coke. I'm drinking tea.
We are on episode 6 and a few rum and cokes in at this
A
point.
few? You put 3 in yours, and God knows how many in this little leprechaun. I mean, that's
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's crack on with episode 6. This better be a good episode. I mean...
Oh, I tell you, this is going to be absolutely bottom drawer. 1 out of 10. Shit.
Oh, finally, we're back. See, it cuts straight back to this dude.
Oh, it's the
That's
guy
a
from
recap.
Snowtoken.
That's a recap.
Oh, hang on, please.
Yeah, previously on. Ignore the last episode.
That is a bit of trivia you need to find out about that episode. Why it was
I'll
even...
look into it. I think we were on the right lines.
Yeah, why it was even there.
The watch guide for these episodes would be like... Drop.
Yeah, I mean, it might be the case. It wasn't a bad episode. It's more... People will get
enjoyed
angry at the fact that it had no correlation to the actual show.
And I think if there'd been more standalone episodes, people wouldn't mind so much. But
Especially
it seems to be
when
the
you come
only
off
one.
this.
Oh yeah. Actually, that was probably after that was a bit of a fuck you episode, really.
Yeah. That's the other thing I should point out. Every episode, you get this crap.
Yeah.
The BB report. In that episode, you didn't get any of it.
No.
Like, it wasn't even...
Which goes back to making me feel like, was that like...
Yeah, it wasn't part of...
Man, if you're watching this, keep doing the good work because our cops here.
Ouch.
It's his signature.
I mean, we're only a couple of minutes in, and already I feel like this was meant to come after that previous episode.
Oh, completely, 100%. 100%. And there's some big graffiti of this dude's eye.
Do thou make us by his intercession steadfast in the pursuit of justice. Through Christ our Lord.
Could you help me just have to stay awake?
Lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit. Anna?
What are you doing?
Just checking in. Yeah, I've stopped a few times over the years, but I always end up coming back to it.
Tired of these black tie events.
I very much doubt that's an option. Just so you know, you have an unscheduled visitor in your office.
There he is. Mr. Mayor. I've got this.
Matt, you were a victim of a crime.
Sure, I understand. I'm just saying that I know I was going to be okay.
You've got 5 minutes.
Look at all these books. You haven't read a single one of them, have you?
Is this about the 1.8?
It's all the show. No foreplay?
Ugh, I'm late.
Early patient this morning?
I'm meeting with my editor. Vigilantes. Why we revere the mask.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
You can shove that 1.8 up your ass. Make it 2.8.
What about a mask? Does it hide us and give us permission to do things that are legally and socially taboo, like violence? You have experience with those people, don't you?
With animals?
Vigilantes. Well, I've been thinking maybe you would consider setting me up with someone like, I don't know, Frank Castle?
The Punisher. You wanna interview the Punisher?
That idea?
No, it's like, that's a solid idea.
See you, Fisk. Give your wife my regards.
Please.
Don't be weird. I'm not gonna stalk your clients.
Of course. Oh, a kiss on the cheek goodbye. She's to the streets.
I don't know who's going to carry that out, though. I don't know who's...
I think when he said,
I really
"You're
enjoyed
out of
that.
the game, old man," I'm just like, he's gonna...
I've got to say, like, that was the quickest editing we've actually had in the show so far between them.
Yeah.
I was really liking the flicking between each one, very quick.
Yeah.
And also...
They did that in House of Dragons very well.
Yeah. And I've seen that in this before as well, but in Born Again so far, I haven't seen edits like that, where it's him.
Yeah, they're keeping a very, kind of steady pacing. They're not doing anything quick.
John Santini from sanitation.
Call me Johnny. Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Mayor. I work at the sanitation, 35 years.
Wasn't it the feud in the bank?
Happy, Johnny. Yeah. I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to actually be here.
Mr. Santini, if you would tell the mayor why you're here today?
Oh, right. The mural. It's going to be a lot tougher to get that down than we thought. Why is that? Well, look, I made a real good run at that wall. I got the biggest power washer because I didn't want to ruin the facade. Didn't do squat. You don't understand. See the mural? It's made with this epoxy, so I had to do a chemical analysis. So then I had to get this special solvent
Johnny,
from my guy
just
in Philly.
tell him what you told me.
Oh, right. It's blood. It's the mural. It's made out of human blood. Get Gallo in there now.
Wow, so you're literally pointing the finger at his attorneys. And I approve. What is she doing here?
Who?
The Ayala girl.
I was hoping to talk to Mr. Murdoch.
Of course, yeah, come in. Do you mind?
Okay.
So, 11:17 a.m., what is that? Third period? Fourth? History, biology?
English. He was on to something, Matt. He was investigating something. I think it had something to do with all those people going missing, all those kidnappings. He started tracking them.
Angela, I know you're upset and you have every right to be, but this isn't safe.
Don't tell me how to be. Don't put that therapy talk that I'm processing or trying to control or whatever. This is what he would have wanted. Someone finishing his work. All those kidnappings were all close to the old queue line. The one they
tried to help your uncle in court, but something like this, that's for the police.
The police killed my uncle.
Fair enough, but what do you want me to do about it?
How about literally anything? Am I bad for thinking you cared?
It's not that simple, Angela. It's not how this works.
2 days before he got shot, you know what he told me? Don't rely on anyone to do what you can do for yourself. He was right.
Now, give me my amulet.
He mixes blood into the paint and then applies. But we've gathered at least 5 unique DNA profiles for each mural, and in 5 DNA profiles per mural, we estimate at least 60 victims.
Sound an alarm, and he could lay low for a while. He could wait us out. Not a single word leaves this room.
There's no way to run a goddamn railroad.
When the sanitation department figures out there's a serial killer before the NYPD does, maybe it's time to switch up the protocols.
That's a good point.
Hey, are you Muse?
Luca came to see me.
To the mayor's office. That's bold.
That's what I thought as well. He has no intentions of paying his debt. I added $1 million tax to his bill. I don't need Victor to like it. I need him to want it. Badly. You know, politics, it's a different type of problem solving. Most of it is new to me, but some things, they remain unchanged. Find what a person wants, and either withhold it or provide it.
You're asking New York's elite for money. Sure, they want influence, but they don't need it. It's all just ego and vanity.
It is a curious first endeavor you've identified.
By simply being there and asking them for money, you're giving them all they care about. Reassurance of their supremacy.
And it's Mr. Mayor to you.
Why don't we be honest with each other here?
I didn't realize that was on the table. I'd like nothing more.
I'm saying your port expansion project is a self-serving con, Mr. Mayor. You're using taxpayer dollars to further enrich yourself.
And your colleagues, so to speak.
You may have a seat at the table right now. For a couple of years, anyway. But the people in this room still decide who gets to eat.
I don't understand if he's going to get frustrated with the fact that he's out of the game, or if he's going to look to Vanessa to be like, you need to help me get back in this. Because she obviously knows what she's still doing.
Make it happen.
Underestimate the people in this room at your own peril. They may not use garrots or cemented shoes.
Is that the guy from Hawkeye?
You had too much of the sausage pasta?
Working late?
I don't really know where his story's going. Like,
That's not for you.
Oh boy. What's up?
I got a call from a guy at the precinct. Said there's a serial killer out there. They're going through a DEF-CON scenario.
How many victims?
Upwards of 60, so they say. Goes by the name Muse. Apparently
what?
he paints with his victim's blood. You gotta be straight with me, buddy. You gotta let this one go. Just let the police do their jobs.
He was doing perfectly fine until you came in and told him
I know. I was thinking, why did you even say that then?
Well, no, he said they're going to hear it eventually. So.
Yeah.
True.
There's something you need to see.
I'm sorry, but there's pressing business. Can you make my apologies for me?
Yes, of course.
These came straight from the forensic team, so... Man's obviously mocking the police.
We can use this.
I ain't supposed to say nothing, but I hear 2 girls have gone missing.
But they're drained out of their blood.
I've got a serial killer on the loose. You cut the forces overtime, and now I need to report to you on the Muse case?
I care. A task force. Handpicked by me.
Vigilante task force.
This is every bad apple in the barrel.
Yes, it appears you're a subculture amongst them. People like to use the word gang. I prefer motivated individuals. And due to the of special powers and privileges. Like overtime. No body cameras. That sort of thing.
Didn't name... Oh, okay.
This serial killer is roaming our streets. He needs to be stopped.
Okay, but why us?
You're victims of bad luck. Others, you've been a little overzealous. Sergeant Cole North.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised in Chicago. Top of your class in the academy. Made detective in only 3 years. That's quite impressive. He lost it all. Tell us what happened.
I was responding to a call, possible drug activity in the park. Upon my arrival, I saw a guy hand an 11-year-old some oxy. So I encouraged him to tell the truth. Captain didn't see it that way.
When you need to get the job done, it requires a little, well, creative thinking. I brought you here because of your skills, because of your ability to get results.
Oh, look at that, look. Yeah. Anti-vigilante, what did I say? Literally made his own little gang of superheroes.
And the great thing is, afraid. I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to show your face, because you are New York's finest. This city is yours.
So you give them body armor or face masks?
It's like, I don't know, I guess we'll find out soon enough, but they're getting tooled up.
Call from Ayala, home. Answer or decline.
Hello?
Matt, it's Soledad. I'm sorry to call you Soledad. It's Angela. She still hasn't come home. That's not like her.
Soledad, it's okay. Just stay where you are.
Is he going to put on his little ninja costume?
Little ninja costume. Come on, it's time for a bit of Daredevil red.
Fuck it.
Alright, maybe, you're right.
Here he is.
That was the right response.
Cool with that.
Oh, that's the thing that brought him back out.
Yeah, boy. There's Spider-Man, Daredevil.
No way.
Oh, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
You thought it was Fisk.
I thought Fisk was going down into the subway
No.
to get our team up. But so what's tipped him over the edge here then? What did I miss?
Nothing really other than the things that we've seen. Maybe he's been planning to do this for a while.
Like
I can imagine that Vanessa would like for me to let you go.
Thank you.
That's a bit premature.
It's a bit fucking naive as well.
Yep.
I'm going to let you go with an axe in my hand.
Oh, I get it. He wants to. He's been taken for a bit of a fool, isn't he? Like he wants to gain back a bit of self-respect.
Our experience shared. I went up against men 3 times my size. Men who knew how to use their hands. And I learned that a simple tool, it can be a great equalizer.
Why is he giving Adam the...
It's the equalizer. He's the bigger man compared to Adam, so he's giving him the equalizer, the axe. Fair chance to get out.
Right.
Like you said, it's it's an opportunity for him to
gain back a bit of self-respect. Yeah, like because everyone's treating him like shit, right?
100%.
Oh, that's great. That's a great visual.
Corridor scene.
Wicked, that was
That's
great.
Awesome camera.
Oh wait, okay. I mean, it is no.
Man, this whole choreography is nuts.
Yeah, it's
so well done.
Let's get the blood out. The thing pumping the blood out of her.
It is like no mistake that they made the choreography identical.
Oh yeah, it's 100% the flip side of the
yeah, like, that they're the same person.
Do thou makest by his intercession steadfast in the pursuit of justice.
Like I say, it's like almost identical. He was praying, and then you see Fisk like bathed in light, almost in a sort of religious setting.
Daredevil?
Yeah. I'm here.
Let's talk about it.
It was good. It was good comeback. It's good.
That was a great comeback episode.
Back on track. You get the sense right at the end there that they're both exercising their demons. They're both sort of like, sort of. There's a sense of relief, like with Kingpin. He's like getting something off his shoulders, like that he's been bottling up. But they're both animals, and after 6 episodes, they're finally letting that animal out. I do prefer the next Netflix choreography. I think I would watch that any day.
The Netflix stuff.
But what I would say with Disney, these series, you don't get much of it. When you do get it, it is cinematic, movie-like quality. I mean, I've never seen Daredevil fight like that.
Yeah.
But that sort of intensity, the moves and everything, like it's just, it was just amazing. And then Kingpin, I felt like even his fight scenes were like much more graphic. Like, before in the Netflix stuff, there wasn't much to it. It was a punch, or they'd have the camera looking over his shoulder while he's beating down on somebody, but not like that. That was a bit more going on there. So it's good. Finally, a bit of action.
Yeah, I think I said halfway through the choreography and the like the jumping between the two, and the way that they was like, the similar shots, the also the camera flip.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, when he was getting up,
that looked really good. And I think you're right. It's completely different to how we're used to seeing it. And if I think about it in the context of the corridor scene and the fights with the Punisher on the Netflix show, those were better for what that is. I think this is lacking action, and I hope we see it kind of go up a bit now.
I definitely think that was a more actiony episode than
I hope it's the plug coming out, because the one downside to this whole season is that the action hasn't been a lot of it, and it's a bit kind of.
I agree. Like what we have got, or what we have had, has been good action, but it's a bit sparing.
Yeah, there's been lots of plot twists and twists and turns here, which has helped it be a lot more plot. Kind of more of the plot than there was beforehand. Now we've got 3 more episodes where I hope we're going to see that go up. See Kingpin be a little bit more.
One of the things, especially it came out in this episode, that I've been really enjoying is that going into it, it felt like a very, very straight, very easy, very simple story. Kingpin becomes mayor. Kingpin gets this power. Daredevil's trying to take him down from within. Basic premise, but what we've actually got has been a lot more intricate than that. So we're seeing, obviously, with Foggy's death, we've been getting a lot of Matt's internal struggles and stuff, and struggles with being the Daredevil again, and vigilantism and all that sort of stuff. But on the other side, like we've got in this episode, I've been really, really enjoying that Kingpin's not just become mayor and everything's gone his way. He's struggling.
Yeah,
he's got so many struggles going on.
Is it? I think it's the phrase duality that we're seeing here.
You're getting duality in there
with the same issues, and you're kind of almost sitting there going, well, they are aware of each other, but it's almost like they're not in each other's Venn diagram. Really, they're kind of like really their issues are with other people, and we're sitting here thinking, how long till they start fighting each other? And it's only in this episode where he's gone, you are the anti-vigilante task force. Now that's where it's going to start to go up.
Oh, absolutely. That's where we're going to start to get that.
Yeah, and I think that's when we will actually see him going after Fisk, because he hasn't really...
Oh, yeah, and obviously that's where it's coming to. I suppose all I meant was that I've been surprisingly enjoying Fisk's political struggles. The whole thing's separate to Daredevil. His just own internal thing of going, I'm the big man. I've always been the big man. That's why I'm the kingpin of crime. And then he's like, I'm the mayor. Yeah, I'm the mayor. And then it's like, actually... And he goes into like this soiree and everyone's like, you're nothing. You think... He's like, in a couple of years, you got a seat at the table.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's now become this small fish in this big pond.
Yeah.
And it creates layers of like, okay, so what's he going to do with this?
Yeah, he's gone...
Like Daredevil's become a small fry kind of thing to him.
He's gone into a world that he was painfully naive about.
Yes.
He's like, I could brute force my way through it, and he's basically gone, I'm basically fucked by paperwork and red tape.
And then, like I said, in the party scene, the realisation that actually there are power players within that city, within the constructs of legal realms, that have way more power than he has.
Yeah.
And he never even realised that was even a thing that he even needed to contend with.
Yeah, exactly.
And then suddenly he's like, I'm the kingpin. They're like, you're nobody.
Yeah.
And I think this is, and what I hope we'll see is we'll see him overcome all of this and use his ways to get around it all.
Yeah.
But the fact that he came in naively into the situation, thinking that he could just mosey on in.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be because when that lady said to him, your port project is self-serving. And it's sort of like, now he's gone, okay, well, I'm going to form this task force to take care of vigilantes, and he's going to try and do it. He's got to win it through people. It's not, and he can't do it legally. He has to be so popular that they can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
So he has to start doing it another way. He has to play it in the way that he knows, but kind of he also doesn't know.
Well, again, I think with a lot of these people, we'll see him, as you said before, it's just finding out what they want and then either giving it to them or denying them. Depending on your need, and I think we're going to start to see him play that out with a lot of these big players, like he did with the chief of police, the commissioner, where he was like, "Come into my office. here, let me just hold this folder up to show you what I've got.
Yeah.
And I think we'll start to see more of those plays in order for him to get the things that he wants.
Yeah, you made an interesting point. He's always lost interest with Daredevil at this point. Like, the police are his new task force are going to handle that.
He's
while
delegated.
he deals with this. But, yeah, in the first, few seasons on Netflix, he was the head, the top, boss in the hierarchy of crime, the crime syndicate. Now he's gone to the other side of the law. He's realised that, there are bigger players on that side of the fence that he didn't even realise.
Yeah.
And to play their game, he's got to probably work his way up. What's more interesting to me, though, is that Vanessa already knows about that. She's already aware of that, and I think she was alluding to that earlier.
From that.
Yeah, I think she's alluding to that earlier, to him, like, you've lost touch, like, you're not really, I'm running the show now, and I think she's probably...
The Irish fella said it, you're not top dog anymore.
Yeah, not top dog.
Well, that's obviously from a separate side, isn't it? Because he's thinking
crime
side.
Yeah.
But what we forget about Vanessa is, if we go
She
right the way back to season
side,
1,
yeah.
like, where did he meet her? How did he meet her?
Yeah.
She was a high flight, like in a museum, fine art, and that she's clearly part of that
society. Yeah,
that society.
Yeah.
So he's in her wheelhouse.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they're gonna rekindle over that, or if, because I was kind of still convinced they're gonna be at odds.
I think they'll end up at odds.
But we'll see.
I see. I from the general vibe of that last episode, they seem to be on a lot more of a, she's there like talking to him in the bedroom, helping him get dressed.
Yeah.
She's playing the dutiful wife, publicly speaking. So it could be that
it's whether or not it's just a play, or whether
exactly what's she doing in all of this, because she's been doing is going to therapy and playing a part. Seeing what's going on in the crime world
And as we pointed out in the sort of the first episode, she seems to have a lot more personal agency.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's gone away. I think we've not been seeing it, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the problems that he's been dealing with on the crime side of things in the background, I wouldn't be surprised if she's been manipulating some of those situations.
I was wondering that too. And plus, I mean, he just killed her ex-lover. That might be a talking point at some point for her to. Well, she might find the body in the prison.
I was wondering if he's still alive. That's why I pulled him back into the cell.
Moving.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
To beat him up again.
You can see him still twitching.
Yeah, I think that he's going to he's just going to keep him there so he can go down there and beat on him whenever he wants.
Right. Interesting.
I feel like they're both relatively going to be dealing with things that they can't really. It's like Matt Murdock's going to have to deal with the task force going up. Once he kills himself again.
Yeah.
Happen. It's like what happens with Muse. There's going to be a lot of public stuff, and then Fisk is going to have the same issue. He's going to be fighting the bureaucracy. He's going to be fighting the power players that he's got no influence over, and that's where I think Vanessa's going to either help him or fuck him. Either way, but it's getting spicy now, and we're starting to see what we wanted, which is we're seeing the Daredevil back.
Well, I was wondering what it was going to take for him to put on the suit. I thought it would lead to something big, except you were like, "Oh, that's it. He's going to do it now." And then he was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "What? That was it?"
We were in sync.
I was like,
gone missing, and I think he feels responsible for that.
Yeah.
And I reckon by the end of the season, when he gets over this, he's going to take up the mantle of Stick, and he's going to teach that kid how to be.
No way! That you are way overreach with that.
Really?
He's like, by the end of this season, he will possibly get a new suit and just about accept the fact that he's got to be Daredevil. That is about as far as he's going to go. Because there'll be a season 2 where he starts to become Daredevil again, etc., etc. But like, we've taken 6 episodes for him just to put on the costume. Like,
I mean, look. All I'm saying is he put the suit back on for this kid. He has the amulet of the White Tiger, and he has the niece of the dead White Tiger beforehand that he feels responsible.
I think she might pop up
as a avenue / cliffhanger. He can be like, I can show you a thing or two, and that'll be it. It won't have to be a lot.
No, I don't think it'll be a lot.
That he'll start giving that kid something to hold on to, because she can't.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying if that is the route they go, I wouldn't be too particularly happy with that.
I just don't know how big the White Tiger character is. I don't know.
Not very big.
It
We're
doesn't
talking like
have to be big. It's the kid's line of saying, "My uncle said, if you want to do something, you've got to take it into your own hands," and he's going to help her to do that.
And don't get me wrong, she will end up being the white tiger. It's blatant.
Yeah.
How much of us saying that he has, don't know.
Well, does she come back in season?
I know he's currently got the amulet. I just mean like taking on the stick role is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Or the other thing is that he helps her and she finds it and takes it for herself.
I think it's more likely that it's the latter. That she just gets it, grabs stuff.
Yeah, it comes back in season 2. You got to remember, we've got 3 episodes left, and one of them at least has to feature the Punisher.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no way that was just his own little bit because he's on the friggin'. He's in the
Like,
he's in the
he's in the
title
garb and
card.
everything. Like
it's in the
he's blatantly come back final episode
for something. I mean, he's come in.
We want to see some more Frank. He's want to see him fuck some shit up, Punisher style.
Okay, any more on that episode?
I think we've got more pressing questions to be asking. Well, it's nearly 11 o'clock.
It is late.
Are we watching another?
Well, you'll find out in the next one.